working with Lucy Kerball, who's the director of Tonic Theatre company, on Platform, which is Lucy's new project on writing for young women and parts for young women, particularly in plays for schools and drama schools.
We have been working with the MA Dramatic Writing students and the Foundation Acting students. Really using their brains, bringing to them sort of the ideas that the three playwrights we're commissioning to write these plays are beginning to kick around.
As I've been on the course, I have been thinking about gender more so in my characters. What I'm drawn to in writing for young people is that they are kind of my focus, so specifically writing for younger men and younger men that might have had a rougher experience in the world.
They've been really exploring about the voices of females, like young girls in particular, and what that means, what it represents, what's not there, what needs to be there. For me, it's about empowering them at a younger age to either work in those positions, be in those positions, or knock down those doors and make those positions for themselves.
Well, I've been thinking most of what were my preoccupations when I was a young man are sort of my occupations, and the foresight of that shift is what I will try to manage to put into a piece of writing.
I thought some of the exercises were very interesting about, if you say, where you're talking to yourself in 20 years' time. I thought that was a unique thing, and I actually hadn't done that before.
I have two younger sisters, and I'm constantly just like shoving advice down their throats. Like, I obviously have a ton to say to young women. It's kind of opened up, it's made me realize why I didn't want to go there, because I don't like returning to like that age really. But I think that makes it interesting.
I think the best bit about the project has been the opportunity for the students to start thinking about their work in a new way and start thinking about what are the kinds of characters I'm creating and why.
What's going to be perhaps unusual about these plays is that they are going to have big casts, but mainly female or all female casts. And really that was because Tonic, my organisation, was aware that there is a lack of women still on stage across the board, so in the profession.
I learned a lot about gender. It cleared up that we're more, we're more in common than we think, is the main thing I got from it.
I think about and I write about gender all the time. It's something that's very conscious for me. And I just think it's great doing this workshop, because I think there's never enough that you can do to help young voices, young female voices, older female voices, whatever. There's never enough that we can do, so it's good that we're doing something at least.
I think it's really exciting as a writer to think about, okay, what stories are not being told at the moment? Whose perspective are we not able to see when we go to the theatre, and how can I be the person that can bring that perspective or can bring those stories to audiences, perhaps for the first time?
I love Jane Austen, and I love that she was able to completely dominate a field of art, literature. But at the same time, she is commonly misconceived as being just like this romantic writer, when that actually isn't the case. She was like wildly funny, had a biting sense of humor.
Being in the lab this week's been great. It's always really nice to come into a new environment and kind of get fresh perspectives. Sometimes when you enter the profession, you sort of become so but that becomes your world and you begin to not question it.
I hope it's given the students lots of new ideas and new ways of thinking about their work, and about what's the responsibility of the playwright, and what kinds of work are we creating, and what kinds of industry do we want to work in.